Here is a short video on installing the heat crash bars for the 2018 Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sports with the DCT. The only reason I'm doing this video is because the instructions that are supplied are horrible and very confusing to install. What should have been a couple-hour job, if that, becomes quite longer when you're having to figure things out. Anyway, there's two bolts that attach up here. Down below, there's another bracket down here, and it attaches to two bolts that are down below. Then the crash bar attaches with this bolt and nut. Very simple. Come around the front. On the Adventure Sports model, there's another bracket that's here that you need to remove. And it's held on with two Allen bolts. Unfortunately, that one was super tight, so it stripped out, so I just had to actually cut off the bracket. Anyway, got your this replacement bracket here. Attaches up here what appears to be a acorn nut. Is really not a nut, it's welded onto the bracket. So you remove the bolt from the other side. Now this bracket attaches on the left side, and then there's another bolt up there. And it attaches right there with one bolt. Come around to the other side. Got the bar here. It attaches to this bracket. There's a nut on the back side of that, and it attaches very easily. Down below, there's two bolts. Remove those, reuse the stock bolts, and it goes back on. The fun part is at the front. Really the only confusing part. So there's two spacers. This one's for the lower, and the upper, real hard to see, so we'll just focus on the lower one. So to mount this, you have your frame, you got your stock bracket, then you got your spacer, and then you got the crash bar. Now this lower spacer has a skinnier inner diameter because this bolt that runs through here is skinnier. For the upper, it uses a bigger bolt, so the inside diameter is bigger. Anyway, the mounting sequence for that one up there is the spacer goes directly against the motor, then the stock bracket, then the crash bar bracket. That's pretty much it. On the right side of the bike, we'll just start at the bottom. You got your stock bracket, motor mount bracket, then you got the crash bar bracket. You go up to the rear, you'll see another spacer back there. Now that spacer goes it's a skinnier spacer. It goes directly against the motor. Then the stock motor mount bracket, then the crash bar bracket. So very simple. Now, this other bracket here was used for the stock crash bar bracket that came with the Adventure Sports. Really wasn't a crash bar, it was more like a camera holder. It's pretty flimsy. Anyway, to remove this bracket here on the left side, you have to remove the exhaust, so I just said forget it, and I just tighten it down, and it can stay right there. It's not doing any harm. So I'm really happy with the bars. Very good quality, very nice fitment. Just have to be work well in small places to install them. Hope this video helps make a simple job less confusing.